Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we head to Smoky Hollow for the old school hospitality at Yosteria. And I bake with a great American baking show contestant, Brad Gessner. But first, 3D 360 printing at MyMe. It's amazing. Well, this is a very interesting place. I am here at MyMe with the owner, Renee. And before we go any further, it is not mime, it is not Mimi, it is MIME.
MyMe.
MyMe.
Like My Mini Me. That's
Right.
how we named the business.
That is what they make here. One of the many things they do. This is actually 3D 360 printing. What, 1/10 of their actual size? Is that how that works?
Right. We use what we call our MyMe scale. We'll measure your inches of size, and if you're 65 inches, which is 5'5",
Right.
you will then be a 6.5 inch figurine. So it's 1/10 scale. We actually have a program that we do called Grow With Me. We give you a discount every year, and so because we maintain that 1/10 scale, if you're so tall this year and you come back next year and you grew 2 inches,
Well, you better,
your figurine's
yeah.
going to be a little bit taller, so it's really cute. This particular material that we use is called sandstone. It's like a ceramic.
But it's pretty sturdy. And this just goes layer by layer. And you can see how eventually it comes up and it's the girl.
Right. It's actually made after it comes out of our printer. We dip it in a curing solution that brightens all the colors and it brings it all to the surface, and it really hardens it. It makes it kind of like a stone,
Right.
like statue, like a
I
sandstone.
mean, it is so, but here's the thing that really kills me. The bride and the groom cake toppers.
So we
And
do
look at
a special
these.
process for the bride and groom. So the bride, if she wants to wear her dress, can do this about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of the wedding. And we'll take the photo in her dress, and then he can come at a separate time and we'll take his photo, and then we basically marry them together literally in the computer.
Yeah, you're a little
graphically.
justice of the peace, yes.
For what we do, there's roughly 5 places in the entire country that can do what we are doing here. And we do everything under one roof. So it's really made in the USA and made right here in Ohio. This is our photo booth, our 3D photo booth. And this is where we say we scan you. We're basically taking your photo in 3 dimensions. So we have 100 cameras. With one click of the camera button, we get 200 photos. Wow. And the cool thing about this is we call it scanning, but it's really iPhone cameras. That's all we have here. We have 100.
So there's no radiation.
No,
this is just a camera.
right, and some people get that, thought maybe going, but this is no more, dangerous than take a picture of your iPhone. On 3,
Okay.
I'm going to click the camera button.
Okay.
And then the lights are going to get bright.
Okay.
There you go. Smile. 1,
Okay.
2, and 3.
So now you have this gorgeous image of me that I have,
Yes.
that I have approved.
Yes.
What happens to this
Yes,
in your
that's a
database?
great question. So we're going to save you forever under the shot number that we've taken. And so if for any reason you might want a duplicate in the future, you can call us back and we will produce this same figurine for you at 50% off original price.
Wow. Well, Chris is the tech genius here at MyMe. And in addition to the figures, you sell the 3D printers.
Correct.
I mean, this is really where it all began, and this is a basic home model.
Yes.
Would I be able to replace a little part if I had something to recreate?
So issues with that, if you have the ability to 3D model the part you want.
I see, yeah.
So there are libraries online where you may be able to find your part and you could download it and print it, or we offer modeling
You
service.
do that, huh? Because
Yes.
when I was here the other day, a woman had built a bakery rack and a lot of the clips were broken. And you were able to provide her with even sturdier clips than the original rack.
Yes, we reverse engineered the clip, nominally better than the original clip. Depending on what material a customer wants, we can also custom design a solution for them to print in materials they want or objects that
A little more of an involved,
Yes.
higher tech.
Yes.
So you know how Chris was talking about reverse engineering? If you have a worn out part that is no longer available, Joe took advantage of that, and this is
The housing that holds the taillight bracket to the car for a 1937 Terraplane utility coupe.
wow, and that's part of like the Hudson line.
Correct.
You had the original part that they were able
Yes.
to remanufacture?
Yes.
And are you sure this is going to be sturdy enough?
Yes. Extremely. It's as durable as the original.
And you can paint it?
Yes.
It
With the proper
accepts
prep
paint.
from
Right.
making sure you do all the procedures to prep it correctly for
Is
the
this the
paint.
first one he's done for you?
This is the second set.
See? You have something that doesn't work right, and you need the part that can do that here too. And you know how to properly pronounce the business's name, right?
Mommy.
My meat, not mine, my meat. Well, you saw that I got shot last week, and you can't do this on the same day. It takes about a week to get your little figure. And I wore the same exact clothes, so now we're back for the great reveal. I am really kind of nervous about this because I was kind of
exciting.
uncomfortable posing in there, you know? But you told me,
Did
hand
great.
on the hip,
Yeah.
on the leg. So I'm ready. Okay, let's see it.
Okay, here we go. So exciting. Drum roll.
Oh my gosh!
We did take the liberty to put the special base. We put your
Look at that,
logo,
the
Casey
logo.
Malone show logo on the base for you.
That
What
is
do
the
you think?
blouse. You did a great job
I
on
know,
the
it's so
blouse. This is just a fabulous idea. I just love what you're doing here. And I mean, one of only 5 in the country. And we are so lucky to have it right here in our valley. I mean, really, you guys, I'm telling you, Miami, you got to check this place out because it is unbelievable. And you can get a bunch of mini-me's from Miami. The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Last year, 115 local people took their own lives, with the majority of those individuals being men.
You can help someone who is feeling suicidal by listening without judging them.
Understand that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help.
If you think that life is better without you, or that you can't go on one more day, please give yourself more time, because life is better with you in it.
If you or somebody you know is struggling, call or text 988 today.
We are getting close. Scaba Camp is almost here. A year-round destination for adults with disabilities and their families to get away, close to home. Accessible to all, with no barriers. Donate now to GABA Camp. Help others to enjoy this unique recreational destination. For adults with disabilities and their families to enjoy an accessible camping experience. Donate to GABA Camp. Giving is living.
For over 75 years, Kamara Jewelers has been the destination for quality jewelry. Our collection has a piece for everyone, in every occasion. Whether you're starting a new chapter, celebrating a milestone, or showing appreciation for the special people in your life, you can find a piece that reflects your love. At Kamara, we're about timelessness. Our jewelry isn't just for special occasions, it's for everyday moments that deserve a touch of elegance.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Shop C-Max Northside Appliance in Struthers, the local appliance store that beats big box prices every day.
3 generations serving Youngstown, Ohio, soon to be our 4th.
Well, I have got baking royalty in the kitchen with me right now. Brad Gessner. He is an assistant prosecutor up in Summit County and was a contestant on the Great American Bake Off. Welcome. How exciting was this to get chosen? I mean, that's a big deal
Yes, they told us that there were 20,000 applicants, and they whittled it down to 8 of us who got to fly from the United States over to England, to London, to bake in a tent with Paul Hollywood and Dame Prue Leith.
Who was your teacher? Where did you get all your baking skills?
My mother. She was an amazing baker, and she could bake anything and would try anything, had no fear when it came to that. And I grew up 12 houses down the street from my grandmother, and she was an amazing baker. My mom was the youngest of 6 kids.
Everything.
So
bread, cookies, cakes.
everything.
I mean, they baked everything. Tell us what we're going to be making here today.
Okay, my mother used to make a mandarin orange cake that had pineapple frosting on it, whipped cream. For every event, everyone liked it. So when it came to the baking show, they said, we want you to make an elevated loaf cake. So I looked and said, okay, how can I take from what Mom did and sort of notch that up a little bit? So this is a cake, instead of a can of mandarin oranges, we have freshly pulsed mandarin oranges. We're going to have zest and orange oils in there to bring out those flavors. And then at the end, we're going to top it with a dark chocolate ganache that's infused with that orange zest. And it's based on what Mom did, but just taking it up a little bit. And then we'll try to fancy it up a little bit, so it would be a signature bake that's good for the Great American Baking Show in the tent.
Is a little off of what you made, because those are now done.
Right. The recipes we created there are their property now.
So this is a variation of a theme. Let's go over the ingredients, and we are going to get this going.
For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 cup of unsalted butter melted, 1 cup of sugar, 3 large eggs, 1/2 cup of sour cream, 4 mandarin oranges that are lightly pulsed in a food processor, zest from 2 mandarin oranges, and 1/2 teaspoon of orange oil. Well, we're going to take our sugar, and we have the mandarin orange zest that you zested.
I did myself.
So two oranges, and we're going to just mix it in here a little bit, almost massage it into the sugar, and what it helps do is bring out the oils in there, and it'll just have a better effect inside the cake. Take this, and we can dump it in if you want to put that in. And what I'll do is I'll add the baking soda, baking powder, and salt into the flour. So we have that when we're ready.
And what goes in with the sugar?
In the sugar, if you want to pour the melted oil in with that.
Okay. 1 stick of melted unsalted butter.
Okay, now if you want to mix that on low till...
All right.
And once we get it going, then you can move that up to medium for a minute or so.
Okay.
Let that go for a little bit longer, and we're going to put some orange oil into the mandarin oranges.
Okay, how much?
1/2 teaspoon. Next, we're going to add sour cream, and then we will add the eggs. And now the dry ingredients, we want to make sure we don't over mix, so we're going to add the flour a little bit at a time and just beat it till we see all that flour is incorporated. Now let's take it off the mixer, and we're going to fold in the oranges, the oil, and the juice.
All right.
So we just have to fold this in.
Oh, I should say we preheated the oven to 350, and you're just using a regular loaf pan.
A 9x5 loaf pan. We've sprayed it, and we've also put parchment in it. Putting parchment the long way with some handles here, so when it cools off, when we get it out, we can just lift it right up. And this is my Lucky Blue pan that I took to the tent with me. Okay. So you have to smell this, though.
All right. It smells. It's amazing. It really is.
All right.
And you don't have to do anything to it. No bubbles, nothing.
Nothing, and we're going to put it in the oven then for 50 minutes.
Okay, 50 minutes, and then we'll make the ganache while that's baking.
For the chocolate ganache, we'll use a cup of heavy cream, 1 1/4 cups of dark chocolate, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, and the zest from 1 mandarin orange. Heat our heavy cream over low heat until we bring it just before a boil, so it's steaming. Again, for more flavor, we're going to add orange zest to it.
So then you just want this to steam.
Yes.
Okay, once it steams, we'll pour it over the chocolate chips, let that melt together for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add some butter to it and whisk it up. Slowly start going into the center and take your time.
Put your cooling rack in the freezer. Then it really starts to what?
It'll help cool the pan that much faster.
Now, what is the temperature? You stuck that in there. What should the internal temperature of a cake or bread be?
Internal temperature of a cake should be anywhere from 200 to 210 degrees. So now we're gonna let this cool. Once it cools down a bit, we can put our ganache on it and then we can decorate it.
Very cool to the touch. Oh, what a pretty presentation. I love that plate.
And now we've got our orange, so let's add to the flavors and put chocolate on top. Yeah, these are, I made these last night and coated them this morning. This is American buttercream. Basically, this is powdered sugar, butter, a little bit of heavy cream, and some orange oil in this. Gonna take a little bit of lemon extract and pour it here. And a little bit of gold dust. And now to finish it off, we've got our brown, we've got our orange, we've got our gold. Put a couple mint leaves on, and looks like we knew what we were doing.
So here is the finished project, the mandarin orange loaf cake. And it is beautiful. I'm afraid to eat it, but we're just going to sit and look at it for a while. And don't forget to watch Brad, because those seasons, all this new season of the Great American Bake Off is dropped. Roku channel, all 6 episodes, and you can see Brad competing for his, what do you get? What is the prize?
Winner gets a cake plate.
All that trouble for a cake plate. Well, I hope, let's see, not gonna tell you how it ends, because we can't. So this recipe is on my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Go and get this mandarin recipe. You're gonna absolutely love it. And Brad, I just can't thank you enough for coming. I mean, sharing all your expertise with us, and you'll come back.
Yes.
I didn't know you were also a good cook too.
Yes.
So coming back with your chicken Dijon, and thank you.
Thank you.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
Locally owned, Hurricane Health and Wellness will help you weather the storm of your weight loss struggles. Safe and discreet, our experienced telemed team will prescribe the proper weight loss medication. Powerful weight loss solutions. Hurricane Health and Wellness. Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank. And that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid. Well, I'm back at Yosteria, and things have really changed. This isn't just an outdoor venue just for those lovely nights. Now we've got Frank Toscano and Alex Zordich as partners here. I mean, and you both are very, very proud of your Italian roots.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you know, are
And
frequent
very
visitor.
similar. Yeah, very similar Italian.
Oh, you're both from the same area of Italy, right? Your people?
Yes, same area. Yeah, both
Paisans.
They're both paisans from the same. Onions, bunions. I know there's all these, different districts.
Absolutely. We also have that same shared interest in the regional Italian aspect of things, more than what we're used to around here. Like the nudi, for example, so many
Yeah,
people.
now what exactly is the nudi?
So it's kind of like the inside of a ravioli without the outside. That's kind of the easiest way to describe it.
Is it stuffed?
No, that is the whole. So it's like the stuffing without the casing. So it's just.
I see.
Similar to gnocchi, but it's just ricotta cheese, and it's a Tuscan staple. And so that's what we try to do. We try to bring in these new specials, or even just our main dishes, and explain where they come from. It's not just from Campania, where so much of us are used to. There's other food out there in Italy that's just unbelievable, and with such rich tradition that a lot of people don't get to have.
Who designs the menu?
We do it together, and it's a blast.
Yeah, it is.
Man, any fights? Anything good? Come on, knock 'em, drag 'em out.
It's really good. We're doing these quarterly specials, and we have notebooks of stuff that we experience on our own that we want to implement. So it'll be fun going forward.
I mean, because it really has expanded since the early days. I mean, once you got the kitchen,
right?
How was that getting, your kitchen together? That had to be quite a feat.
I was doing just private dinners down here, and then it turned into like maybe once a week we would have a public night, but even then it was pretty simple. So that was the first thing we talked about. Let's ramp this up. There's so much to offer from Italy. Let's show everybody in Youngstown, and there's plenty of other places in Youngstown doing it too, but we really just wanted to focus on that shared plate concept and regional wine, regional food, regional pairings. So it's been fun.
Right, and you really wanted to have, more of an intimacy than more of a picnic atmosphere.
Right, exactly.
Traditional osteria.
How old is this house?
This house is built in 1912.
So in 1912, now you're putting a kitchen, and now you're putting all these modern appliances in there.
Yeah.
That had to be a challenge.
It was a challenge. Yeah.
Like,
both of our families are from this neighborhood. That was also something we learned.
I did not know your people were from the Hollow also. What do you think of his wine acumen? Do you think Alex?
I think it's great. I love it.
Is the good nose, his palate is in line with yours?
Yeah, he's super modest.
I know. Look at him. He's getting all flushy.
It just has a neat history to it too. Zinfandel was originally from Croatia, and then it traveled down to southern Italy, and then it made its way to America. It's exactly my roots.
Right.
Even Frank, you got a little Croatian too.
Yeah, I have
right?
Croatian also. That's my mom's side. So
really,
it's just really neat. In Croatia and Italy, they're very similar.
Very passionate people.
Yes.
Yes.
That's cool.
I hear you've got a new offering coming out in wine.
Yes.
This
very
spring.
excited about it. Yeah.
Rosé all day.
Yes. The Zinfandel that we bring in and make the wine out of, a small portion of that, I made some rosé from that. These labels have some history. That's my great-grandfather and my grandfather on there. The rosé label is going to have my wife's grandmother that was born and raised in Italy. She came over here in the 50s. We got a cool picture of her on the label just to kind of tie it into the brand.
Right.
That we need.
I mean, they really are beautiful labels.
Yeah,
How
thank you.
is your retail doing?
We have our pizzas in Ruli's and Larisha's. Our wines are also in Larisha's, A&C down the street, and then Chalet. Also, Vintage Estates carries our wines. We're gonna have an herb garden in the back. It's great for mainly the summer.
Well, no, then you just walk out, you pick your own basil. I mean, what's better than that? Yeah.
But I did find some vines that I would love to know who planted them way back in the day. We have about 12 vines on our property. Some of them look to be like 100 years old. And I'm retraining them right now, just get some fruit out of them, just for aesthetically, it just would look.
Can you tell what kind of grape they are?
As soon as the leaves come up, I'm going to take them and see, because you can do some research just based on the leaf, and we'll find out what grape it is.
Are you doing a lot of the, the private room? Because now you have the space, and on the days you're closed.
So,
how does that work?
Days we're open to the public, we kind of have a semi-private half over there that works for a lot of people, a lot of groups that are like 25, 35. And then days when we're not open to the public, we still get a lot of requests for like events to take up the whole space. So Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Saturdays during the day.
I mean, it's really perfect for a little celebration. And you'll do, we go off menu, if it's within reason.
We have a actual catering
Croatian
menu.
specialties or
No
something
Croatian
like that.
specialties. Yeah. Yeah. We have a nice catering menu, and we work with people just based off that. If it's little requests here and there, like where we more so work with people on that.
Right, because
it's been nice doing that.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, I don't know if we got that.
Your people, that's my people. That's not your people.
I don't know how good that would be if we even tried that.
The Wall of Fame. These are all your relatives. These are all old pictures that you guys have found.
Yeah. Yep.
From both of your families.
Most of this is my family on Emerald, and then we have some fun plans for the other room to do, like a joint effort with old family pictures and wine stuff. So it'll be neat. We're still working on that other side.
People really like seeing that.
Yeah.
Do you get people that bring in stuff?
Oh, they love it. And we do the Smoky Hollow Club. We host them. We have that festival here.
Right.
They did a cookbook, and there's some pictures that came out from that. It's just so neat to see the hollow.
I gotta get that
cookbook. Yeah, it's really cool.
Right, and that's always the second
Saturday every August.
Second Saturday every August is Smoky Hollow Fest. So make sure you come down for that.
Yeah, we do it. We call it the prelude to the Feast of the Assumption. So we carry the statue of Mary. We have a prayer service. We have some mora. It's live music.
It's not a party until mora comes out.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, do you do your mora in Italian?
Oh,
or
yeah.
do you do it in English?
No, it's
Cinque! Ocho!
They get after it too.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun. Well, you've got a wonderful atmosphere, and can only go up from here, right? I mean, it just keeps getting better.
That's the plan.
Absolutely. I think both of us just like sharing the culture of Italy, number one, and then with the people of Youngstown, it's nice to give back in that way. It's a lot of crazy work, but when you see people enjoying what you're putting out, it really makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, I've been taking people away for a night, which is what we hear a lot. And feel like you're in Italy, or wherever you feel like you are. You're just relaxed and connecting with your family and friends, and that's what's been exciting for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.